so many times, on so many different occasions, going back to his senior year. A classmate of ours that's not here, but his mom is here for him, Freddie Skinner. Many a days, Freddie sat and he cried and he talked about sitting in the hospital with Marlon. And he would say that, you know, as Marlon started to recover, he would still be sad. He would still be down. Sometimes he would cry. And Marlon would, you know, tell him, man, what you doing all that for, man? What? You know, I'm still here. I got things to do. Resilience. When we speak about resilience, you know, we know resilience is strength, but resilience is also being courageous. And courage means that sometimes we can say we're tired. Sometimes we can even say, hey, we need help. On the evening that, you know, our classmates called, and they said, Marlon said that we need to come together as a class and we need to pray for him. That was courageous. That was strength, and that was resilience, because he told his additional extended family, the 1994 class, that, hey, I need you guys to come together and I need you guys to pray for me. It takes courage to do that. You know, many times, often, all of us, you know, in this room have gone over, you know, to the house and we sat down with him. And some days he was upbeat. Some days he may just say, man, you know, I'm just a little tired, but I'm happy to see you. That was strength. That was courage. And through it all, Mama Edna, every time I visited, you always had a smile on your face. You know, you always welcome each one of us, and you know, you're, hey, who are you? I'm the classmate. Hey, you know. And you would take a minute, and you know, because you're always doing 50 things at one time. You know, when I tell you, the most multifaceted woman, for real. But in the midst of you doing those 50 things, you would stop and you would say, yeah, you know, I had to do all this for Marlon today. Me and Marlon did this, and now I got to go do this, and that. So we know where he got his resilience from. We know where he got his strength from. So we thank you. We thank you for instilling such resilience and strength into Marlon, because as I tell you again, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart, Marlon was our superhero. Marlon wore a cape, and again, we all have a story in which we can tell. You know, as the coach said, outstanding football player, outstanding basketball player. We still walk around saying, man, you know, Notre Dame came to Hemingway to get one of ours. That's how great he was. And again, he's absent from the body, and he's now with the Lord. Again, as our angelic superhero, standing there, clearing the way, so that when we come and he greets us, he's going to be the one to tell us, don't be afraid, because I'm here, and I already made a way. So again, just giving honor again to God, to Mama Edna, little Marlon, and to the rest of the family and friends, the class of 1994 that's here. We just want to say thank you. We want to tell Marlon how much we love you. And again, we thank you for giving us strength and giving us resilience. Amen.
Thank you, Antoinette. Now we will open the floor for anyone else who would like to come up and do reflections. And remember, 2 minutes.
Giving all praise and honor to God. I am Marlon's godmother. And I came in from New York to see my baby home. I first wanted to say, and I thought about this ever since I got the news, what would I say? But the first thing I want to say is I want to give thanks to my first cousin, Edna, and Cornell for giving me my first gift. Marlon is my oldest godson and my first godchild. They gave me the honor of naming him. And you have to really know what an honor it is, because Edna and Betty was like my big sisters. When they came to New York, they lived with us. And I learned a lot from Edna and Betty. And Edna and Cornell gave me one of the best gifts that I've ever received. And that's my godson, Mom. Shaquille and I are friends on Facebook in addition to cousins. And I read everything that you blog there. And you give me such joy to read your blogs, and especially when you talk about your dad, and you call him King Cole. He's amazing, just like his dad. But in addition, he said, and I will close with this, he said, it's not over. The sequel continues. Amen? Amen. You are that baby. You everything in that. And when Marlon spoke, you listened to him verbally. But Marlon had another way of speaking. Marlon spoke with his eyes. And Shaquille, you inherit that. You're blessed, baby. And one of the things I'm going to add to this, because I'm talking about Marlon a lot, but what I came up here to do is talk about my big sister Edna. Baby, you're the strongest woman I know.
Amen.
I know. You taught me. You taught them. And when the devil came for your baby, you say, no, you're not. I remember. You're not going. And you fought. And you taught him. And you taught us. I love you, big cousin, big sister. And thank you for the best gift that I ever received. Thank you, Cornell, as well. Thank you.
Bless the Lord, oh my soul, and all that is within me. I will bless the Lord. I am standing here today. I said I better get up now to piggyback off of what the young lady just said that came before me. I said I better grab a hold to it while it's still hot on the press on my mind. And she will say that Miss Edna is one of the strongest woman that you know. Family and friend, I want to let you know today that Marlon's father's in the building. Did you sit up, Mr. Cole? That's his dad. But the reason why many of us say we talk so much about the mom is because we know, she was living here. And we see her. And I had an opportunity to go to Charleston. You say you tell the truth and shame the devil. When you tell the truth, what can you do with the truth? Marlon, as I heard someone up here say that he did many things that an able-bodied person would have done. Marlon was my son-in-law. And what? Marlon was my son-in-law. Marlon got married. Some of us are able-bodied and we are not married. But Marlon got married. And even though the marriage did not last, the friendship did. there is no love lost. He's love in my heart. He's love in my daughter's heart. And what can you do with love? Now getting back to the strong woman. She went to the hospital, and Marlon didn't want to do what the doctor said. Somebody said he's about 6 feet. Well, that little lady right there, she climbed up on the bed, got on top of him. She slapped him. You gonna listen to the doctor? Because she wanted her baby to live. And he lived until she knew. She was sure that he was sure that it was time for him to go.
Amen.
Amen.
I just want to say that I have a, come here, Nikki. I don't know where this you're coming from today, but I want to tell you about love. Nikki had to call my name. Well, she didn't call my name. She said Freddie's mother is in the building, but he's not here. Nikki was my daughter-in-law, but we still got love. You understand me?
Yes.
We put the hell aside and we got love. And the class of 94, the class of 94, y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. Y'all, people are dying minute by minute, second by second. There ain't gonna be no chains holding me.
Amen.
No chains. We got to get the love here right now. I love you, Shaquille.
Amen.
First off, I'd like to say hello. Ms. Cole, I apologize for being late. It's been a busy day. 2 funerals already today. But I want to say a few words about my brother Marlon. I'm 45 years old. I'm 45 years old. I've known Marlon for 40 years of my life. We've been friends. It's me, Marlon, Tyree, Freddie. 4 of the closest friends. All the way from kindergarten, all the way through high school, we maintained a friendship. The thing about Marlon is, he's definitely, without a doubt, the greatest athlete I've ever known, personally. I would have loved to see him surpass and go past high school, but he did not. The crazy thing is, it wasn't even his best quality. Marlon was very intelligent. He wasn't just an athlete. He was also a very deep brother. He loved northern style rap. He hated the southern type rap. He had debates about that. But Marlon was a great person. The thing about him is, and Nikki said it, and everybody else keeps saying it, he was very resilient. He got paralyzed in high school. He had a son, Shaquille. He also went on to go to college. It's another great thing. He also got married. There's not many people in Marlon's shoes that could or have been able to do what he's done. He's got many, many friends. I went to USC with him at the same time, and people ask me about him still, and they send their condolences. He's very popular. He just had a great personality. He got around good. And when he came to USC, nobody knew who he was. He was just Marlon. he just made an impact on people everywhere he went. Like I said, he was a very deep brother. He's someone that I'll miss dearly. He was a great member of the class of '94, it's been a great class. This has been a very close-knit class. We did a lot of things together. Without a doubt, Marlon would have been and would have represented us well at the highest levels of sports, or whatever he ended up doing, because he was a triple athlete: football, basketball, track, whatever else he could do. The last thing I'll say is, as great as he was great. As great as he was as a person, as an athlete, as a scholar, I saw along the way, after he got in this accident, I saw where his strength came from. Ms. Cole is without a doubt the most determined, dedicated person I've ever seen. I don't know if you play sports. Cheerleading? Marlon was a heck of a cheerleader. But I had just never seen anyone that determined, and Marlon lived an extremely fulfilled in his condition. You know, to having his son, Shaquille, who I know very well, and even Shaquille coming home and staying with his dad for several years and taking care of him, becoming close to him now, becoming who he is, especially in the military. I'm just proud of you. Ms. Cole, I'm very proud of you. And Marlon, I love you, brother.
How everybody doing? I didn't plan to say anything. I don't know if everybody knows me. Most of y'all do. I'm Marlon's eldest brother. My name is Cornelius. Family calls me Marlon. How y'all doing? Like I said, I really didn't plan to come up here and say anything, but all the accolades that Marlon has accomplished throughout his life has already been spoken about. I can't say no more on that. Coach Harwell said it all. Now, reiterated on that. So, I'm just going to say this. Marlon, I came to thank you, brother. In 2019, I had a series of multiple heart attacks. One that took me to the hospital, and I had to get a stent. And I tried to keep it under wraps, but while I was in the hospital bed, I thought about my brother. And I said, if he is resilient enough and has the courage to get through this, I can do it as well. Amen. I can do it as well. And I want to thank you for giving me that courage, brother. I want to thank you for giving me that resilience. I love you, man. And pretty much that's all I got to say. I just thank you for giving me the courage to carry on when I thought my days were up. Thank you, man. That's it.
Amen.
Back home, he was down, he was there, take care of him. He was there.
I wouldn't have no other way. I wouldn't have no other way. I wouldn't let him be boxed.
Hey, y'all. I just had to look at y'all. Y'all so beautiful. I don't got nothing to say. I just see all the love in here. I'm so blessed to have each and every one of you. To the 94 class, y'all like my dad.
That's right.
My granddad. I don't have any kids, so you're just the strongest. I love y'all.
We love you too.
up in the sun, so.
I wasn't gonna get up before anybody else, but I wanted to say thank you to everyone. Marlon lived Marlon's life, and he died Marlon's death. Marlon said to me in the hospital Saturday morning, "Mom, I'm tired, and I'm ready to go." When Marlon got hurt, I asked God not to take him until he was prepared to go. Amen. I asked God to leave him here to see Shaquille to grow up. Amen. That was 29 years ago. Shaquille was 6 months old when Marlon got hurt. And I had to take that baby. I raised the baby. And he went on to do what he needed to do. Because he knew that the baby was going to be okay, because Mama had it.
Yes.
Amen. And so many things that he wanted to do, he didn't matter what it was. If it was a weight, he did it. He died 3 times, and they had to bring him back because he wasn't ready. He came back. He wasn't ready to go. So God didn't take him. And what gave me strength to say, "Okay, Marlon," he said, "Mama, please don't, Saturday morning, don't be mad at me, but I'm tired, and I'm hurting, I'm in pain, and I got to go." And I said, he kissed me on the cheek. And when he did that, I said, "It's all right, baby." He said, "Get the doctors." He had on just oxygen then, because he refused anything else that would keep him alive and keep him here. He didn't want that. Take it away. I'm ready. And he let me know that he was good with God. He was good. And it was time. And I had to say, okay. And I'm okay with it. I did what I had to do. Like she said, I slapped him. They wanted to put this was in Charleston. They wanted to put the, whatever it is, down the throat, whatever, and he refused, sitting there, because all he could move at that time was his mouth and face. And I got up in the bed and I slapped him. I slapped him more than once. Because when he got home, he thought he wanted to die. He was ready to, I said, "You're not ready. You ain't gonna leave here." But he said, "I'm gonna die. I mean, I just want to," he was angry at that time. So, he was carrying on, so I took a knife, I went and I laid it on his chest. And I took the Bible and I laid it here. I said, "If you want to die," I didn't even go back in the room. The next morning I got up, the knife was still laying there because I knew he couldn't touch it. And the Bible was, "Be up." He just looked at me and said, "I'm all right, Mom." I said, "I know you'll be all right." I know you will be all right. But anyway, that's my baby. And you talk about cold. He was born the coldest day in history in New Jersey. February 12th. The snow was on the ground. And look what he did. The snow, he brought snowstorms.
Hey, hold on, Mama, he brought snow last week too. He brought snow last week too.
Yeah, but
last week too.
yes, the day he died,
Snow last
he brought snow.
Yes, he did.
Here he is later today. With all this snow. I said, "Marlon, why he bring snow today?" But he did. I call it Marlon's blessings to us. Just a signal. But I want to thank all of you. I want to thank the classes. 94. There's so many people. And I wanted all of Marlon's sisters and brothers to stand. You all, so you can see how many he has. All of his sisters. And that one right there, that's the baby. So,
Now look at this. I'm ill.
I just wanted you to see. He's the youngest one. And then, yes. And I don't think, where's, no, he was up there. Okay, all of them. I should see. But anyway. And everybody, his dad has already been introduced.
That's love right there. That's love right there.
I mean, we're a big family, but we love each other.
That's right.
Well, I know that I love them all. I do. And I just want everybody to know how grateful and how appreciative I am for everything you did to help me. Because I needed a lot of help. I'll still need a lot of help. Just to go through what I'm, But I'll be okay because my baby's okay.
Yes, that's right.
I know he's okay. And God promised me that he would not forsake him until he was okay. 29 years, he got okay.
Thank you, Jesus.
Shaquille will be 29 on the 26th of February. Marlon would be 46 on the 12th of February. And it took this time for him to get all right, master. And then to let Marlon know that he was ready to go. And I was able enough to let him do that. With a smile. And I love him. And I love all of you. Thank you.
Amen. I too wasn't going to say anything. I am Marlon's father. I am Marlon's father. I was absent from his life most of his life. We weren't together, but we had a connection. We had a connection. And you see, God is a God of equality, and he do things not in the way that we think it should be done, because his thinking is so highly above our thinking, but he do things that brings results. And that is what God did with my son, Marlon. He used him for his glory. He used my son to build the courage, the intelligence of others who knew him. How many people in this room has been encouraged by Marlon? Things he did, the way he lived, how his life was transacted. See, God will take one person so that he can gain hundreds of others, and he will use that one person to bring those hundreds of others in. God used Marlon to encourage and uplift and get other people on the right track so they could live good and decent lives, so they could learn and turn their lives over to the Lord, who is in control and creator God of all things. He used Marlon for his glory. He used Marlon for 29 long years to show people who he is through his son Marlon. His mother just said he died 3 times. 3 times he died. God said, not yet, I'm not finished with you. I have more work for you to do. You have to encourage other people. You have to be here so other people can see how a person that's been paralyzed from the neck down for 29 years can still live. And so he used my son Marlon. And all the people that know Marlon, I used to read the posts back and forth that they would be communicating with my son, and all the encouraging things they said. And I love mostly how they didn't make Marlon build his hopes up and build his spirit up. And they said things like challenging, to challenge Marlon to want to continue to live. They didn't disagree with everything that was good or everything that was right, but they spoke in a way that Marlon, even though he was paralyzed, he was challenged. And that encouraged Marlon. Marlon lived better and longer because of the communications that he had. That phone system that he had through Facebook and other means was his lifeline. And it's how he survived all of this time. But I thank God for how he used Marlon. I am just overwhelmed by the amount of pain and suffering that he went through. I used to pray for Marlon. I just asked God, I said, just relieve him of the pain and suffering. Never say paralyzed, but just relieve the pain and suffering. I used to visualize the suffering and the pain that he felt. I would talk to him on the phone and he would just tell me, Daddy, I just can't take it. I'm tired. It was, and I just wanted the pain and suffering to end. I said, God, he's in your hands. You are in control of this situation. I said, use him for your glory. But Lord, please take away some of the pain, some of the suffering. And one day, Marlon posted on Facebook, he said, I have never, all the years that I've been paralyzed, I have never awakened a day when I didn't have pain. But he said, today, I didn't have pain. God showed him that, yes, I can live through this and not having suffering. But it's the pain and suffering you're doing that's letting the people know who I am. How I can bring you through this, even with the pain and suffering. Because I am God. How many people in here who know Marlon has turned their lives over to the Lord? I know he's been a constant reminder in my heart, in my mind, about the power and the workings of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We may never fully understand, I never will, why God allowed him to suffer the way he did. I know he did it for his glory. I know he did it for that reason. And I know he did it for the impact his life had on other people's lives that know him. I know he did it for those reasons. But the pain and the suffering, he could have let him stay paralyzed and not allow him to have the pain and the suffering. But it took all of that. Like I said, I may never understand, but God knows. And my understanding is not his understanding. And God knows him being creator God is above, and he says, as high as the heavens is above the earth. That's how great his thinking is above ours. So we may never understand why Marlon had to live 29 years of the pain and suffering that he had. But we know that God did it for a reason, because he's the only one that could have kept him here that long under these conditions. Like his mother said, he died 3 times. Any one of those times, God could have not brought him back. But each and every time, he did bring him back. I love you, son. You've been an experience for me. You're an experience for many people. And now you're resting in glory. You see, it wasn't your time to go the 3 times that you died. But now God says, you're alive. I'm ready for you. And I'm bringing you home. And I'm going to rest in peace. God bless you. God bless you all.
Family members and friends, this will conclude these wake services for the late Marlon Tramell Cole. But once again, we would like to thank all of these friends who came to be with this family today. We'd like to thank the coach who just stepped out, and to this class of '94. I can't say much about y'all, y'all is something else. We thank y'all for putting this program together. It shows the closeness that you all had. And we learned 2 things about Marlon tonight. We learned that he was a phenomenal athlete, and we learned that he was a phenomenal person. And we know that he got these things right here. This is where he was taught. He spread these things throughout the community. Once again, we would like to thank all of you for being here. If it be this God's will, we will say goodbye to Marlon tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the Friendship Cemetery. We hope that all of you can be there with us to say goodbye tomorrow. At this time, you can consider yourself dismissed, but you don't have to leave. Greet this family in your own special way. We have the final viewing of Marlon. We'll cut back on our DVD for you. And that will be it.
Oh,